up, everybody? Hoyne here, bringing you Black Clover manga review. This was chapter 202, titled Strange Word. This chapter, I said last chapter was the best chapter of Black Clover, period. But this chapter just blew out every expectation and everything out the window. Hands down, this is the best chapter of the year and the best chapter of Black Clover. And I will argue anybody over that. But it starts off with, Finrail freaking out because Nero's on him giving him commands. And I forgot to state this in my last video, but I feel so bad for Finrail because it's like everybody uses him as transport. And it's like, yeah, he's a supporter type character, but it's like so wrong how everyone just picks on him and uses him as that. And now we have Nero finally speaking, and he's picking on him. So it was like, come on, hurry up. So, they go teleport over there to the stone of the demon bones. Sadly, we get cut off, and we get into the Yami and Charlotte action, which it's very interesting because we learned some things where they're fighting this devil. Yami states in a dialogue into himself that this demon can summon, his magic works two ways. One, he can create the things that he speaks, or he can summon them. And this is why when he was fighting Asta and Yuna, there was magic swords there and there was regular swords there. The regular swords were all summon weapons that he uses word magic to summon them so they could deal with Asta. And then the magic ones were meant for Yuno. And he was able to say these two commands, and we found out that he can actually give these objects commands and they will follow it like they're real people, even though they're objects. So Yami's figuring this out, even though we already knew because we seen him fight before with Asta and Yuna. But this is actually Yami's first time fighting this creature, or devil, or demon, or whatever translation y'all reading. Most would say devil or demon, but I'm gonna go with devil. And he's fighting this thing, and they fighting and they're going back and forth. And he did get it to cut off his arm and his wing from last week's chapter, but of course he was just able to speak. He said reconnect, and everything just reconnected back to his body, perfectly fine, like nothing ever happened. And when it comes to Charlotte, she's kind of struggling. And she also mentioned something very unique about his magic, that supposedly, depending on mana and distance of the spell, he would need a greater force of distance and on mana control to use his word magic to either reconvert it back or to summon something of equal caliber to defend against it. And in this chapter, we realize that Yami is actually going to be the key, maybe, of defeating this creature. And the reason why I said maybe is because we realized that this devil, one, Yami's attacks are the only attacks that can actually hurt him. And two, when it comes to Yami attacks, for some odd reason, he doesn't block them using his word magic. He actually physically has to move out of Yami's way. So I have a feeling that dark magic is probably the only thing that can actually cancel out probably demons' magic. So demons actually have to either evade or actually forcefully block / attack them. That's just my assumption, since he can't really do nothing to Yami attack and he just keeps avoiding them, since he can fly and he's fast. And he does something very impressive. Through all this battling and heavy magic, he didn't use his grimoire. When he finally took out the grimoire that he stole and he's actually using it now, his magic gets almost 10 times stronger, maybe 100. And everyone freaked out. Charlotte, Lynch, Yami, the three that are there fighting him, freaked out. And he basically turned them, the whole world into this ultra space where there was demonic plants and trees growing everywhere and this weird seaweed monster thing. And everyone was like, oh my god, how are we gonna stop this guy? His magic is just, it's too insane. And when all hopes is lost, we shift over to the end of the chapter. As you see in my thumbnail, Nero told Finrail, I need you to take all the magic stones off the tablet and put them on the Wizard King statue. And he was like, why do I need to do that? And he's like, hurry up, we don't have enough time. We won't be able to save the humans that became elves. They probably would never come back either, even if this does somehow work. So, Finro didn't waste no time, and I'm happy they didn't do what other Shaolin Jump, Shaolin characters would do. Ask for explanation, and then we had this long explanation for nothing and taking up time of the chapter. We didn't get that with Black Clover. I'm happy that Black Clover is actually a fast-paced but decent-paced series. So Finro does it, and the magic stone, if you look at not the animation, but the artwork of it, it looked like the stone is becoming unstone. And we get in the corner bottom seal that it says something about unsealed bound spell finally undone after all this time. And we see that the statue actually moved on its own and put his hand on Finro's shoulders. And Finro was like, wait a minute, this thing has mana. Why does it have mana if it's just a statue? And that was the end of the chapter. And I'm like, as you can see in my thumbnail title, the original Wizard King, or Magic Emperor, depending on what translation you like. I like Magic Emperor, so I'm going to go with that. But the Magic Emperor, the original, is coming back. That is going to be some insane things. Because we know supposedly he took down the devil that attacked the Clover Kingdom years back, hundreds of years back. So, and if you look at the anime opening, or the opening of the first chapter, it looks like he uses light magic, the same as Lynch and Petrie. So, I'm assuming light magic is probably another weakness to devils, besides dark magic. Those are probably the only two elements that they actually weak against, in my opinion. Because in the fight with Yami and them, he had to dodge Yami attack, but he still got hit in the back because Lynch used his sword to absorb it and slapped it back and hit him. And that's what triggered him to get upset and made him use his Grimoire. So, I'm assuming from this that light and dark magic is the only thing that can hurt him. I could be wrong. We'll have to wait until next week and see what happens. But the fact that the original Magic Emperor is back, that is highly insane. Like, I just can't wait to see his magic and what he does and what he looks like. He looked like he had short blonde hair and a tiara on, which is weird because a tiara is usually for a female. But if you look in the manga chapter, it looked like he had a tiara on. Maybe the first Magic King or the first Magic Emperor, maybe that's just a title. Maybe it wasn't really a dude. How about if they flip it around and the first was actually a female? Maybe Lynch's wife. Maybe that was, the first female. Even though I think they stated that the Magic King was an emperor, was a guy, but it just, I don't know, that panel looked weird. Or maybe it was just me. But it looked like he had a tiara on. Or maybe it was a crown, but it looked like a tiara. But still, this is going to be, not hilarious, but this is going to be awesome and hilarious when, Finro, his facial expression, he's just like a regular person just being used there, and I feel like Finro would be us if we were thrown in the world just seeing all this chaos happening. But this was a very awesome chapter. Can't wait for next week. Can't wait to see the Wizard King throw hands. That is going to be awesome. If anyone could take down the devil they're fighting right now, it's most likely going to be him. Will Yami and them help out? Of course, this is their kingdom. They're not going to allow someone to destroy it or help it without them being in the way. You know what I'm saying? Just makes sense. But that's all I have for you guys. Please leave your thoughts, comments down below. Tell me what you thought of the chapter and what you liked it and didn't like about the chapter. Give this video a like. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out. Have a good one.